Let me tell y'all something. We got to stop sitting around looking at information and doing nothing. Knowledge is not power until it is put into action. If you're going to choose between knowledge and action, I'd rather you take action. Okay? Hopefully at least you'll stumble into something that's right. But we've got to stop getting knowledge with no action. Knowledge is not power until it's put into action. Let me tell you, the harvest is here and the time is now. Let's do this thing.
That was powerful.
Yeah, quick and powerful. I love it. Shout out to Dr. Lynn Richardson. We have her on as a guest a lot. I just love her spunk. She'll slap in your face with the information, won't you, Melissa? She'll slap it.
She like, y'all ain't doing nothing. All that lip service don't mean nothing until you put it in action.
Absolutely. Hey, y'all, let's go ahead on. Let's go ahead and jump into. Yeah, like, ooh, ow. Hey, man, I'm excited. I've been off for 5 days, y'all. Somebody finna hear me talk. Somebody finna hear Melissa talk. Look, been off 5 days. I'm going back to work. But look, let me break down and let me introduce myself. I'm Tony Clopton, home-based business owner. Been in this thing for almost 8 years now in May. Been getting a lot of great benefits, and we're going to talk about our promo, and then I'm going to kind of dissect. We had a Super Saturday training, and Melissa, I'm sure she has a lot of stuff going on, but I'm going to kind of bring her up to speed, and hopefully I can share some nuggets that I learned along the way. So Melissa, go ahead and share who you are, what you do, and how long you've been doing it.
I am Melissa King. I am this man. Would I be your protege? Yeah.
Yeah. You call yourself that.
He's my mentor. I am his protege. You know, even though the student has become the teacher.
Absolutely, coach. Coach, I hear you.
I'm a home-based business owner. I've been doing this now for going on 8 years. During that time, I have made a complete 180. I don't want to say 360 because they'll take me back where I started. I made a complete 180 on my knowledge about finances. I now know what it takes to have a 800 credit score. Ooh. I know what it takes to keep an 800 credit score. I know how to eliminate debt through multiple different strategies. I can snowball that thing. I can pinch here, pinch there. You know,
go.
Work with. What else? I learned how to hire my child so that I can pass on generational wealth. And then after I hired her, we got them started in a business.
Absolutely.
So not only hired her, but now she has a business.
Oh, so, man.
You know, it's been a strong 8 years of steady growth, and I'm still learning because I don't know everything.
Mm-hmm. You said a mouthful.
I know more than I knew 8 years ago.
Absolutely. Boy, shout out. Hey, man, that was awesome. Coach, you hit, and I like that. Look, y'all, hey, it's a small investment. Look, people, you can't really put a dollar amount on the value that we've learned in this business, man. Hey, I could go on about all of the stuff I've learned. I'm gonna tell you, just kind of like investing, learning some investment knowledge. We learned that. Look, today, right now, for the next 90 days, you could take advantage of this whole system that we're talking about for like $10 to get started. Now, y'all want to know how you could take $10 and actually turn it into a lot of money? I mean, it starts with just you fixing your own income. You don't have to get to a point where you feel like you got to sell this, because we know people struggling with credit. We know people need to save money. We know people need to make more money. We know people want savings. They want discounts. This is what we do, y'all. You can get access for $10. So, Melissa, I want to, if you would, allow me to recap on what happened Saturday. And then maybe if you got any questions, I'll be glad to answer. But, man, look.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely recap. And, I had a conflict Saturday, so I couldn't get on the training Saturday morning because I had something else going on. So, yeah. School me. What I miss out on?
Okay, now I'm gonna tell you like this. You've been in the game for a minute, so our company is so awesome. We know that people got a lot going on the weekends, weekdays, and they can't be on this super Saturday training. But inside of our membership, we have a video training that if you missed it, you can go back in and watch it like it's new. But I'm gonna tell y'all, man, I cannot give y'all enough energy that I got from that training. Man, we got some faith-filled go-getters that's dropping some serious nuggets. And I know I can't put it all in 20, 30 minutes. It's like a haircut, they say. You got to be there to be able to get this one, y'all. I'm telling you. But man, Coach Madeline, man, awesome speaker. Man, she laid it out how everybody in the Bible had an issue, but said they push forward. They don't worry about what's going on in the crowd. So there's always going to be a crowd around you. Somebody looking to see if you're going to stay. Somebody looking to see if you're going to quit. Somebody going to look to see if you made it in money or not. It's always going to be somebody around you, but you got to keep pushing forward to get to where you need to be. And man, her whole segment was awesome. We got that. Hopefully I'll be able to share that later. But to me, the biggest part is a connection of people coming together with one common goal. Like I say, you got to watch it. You got to have access to it. Surround yourself around the right circles. You can't be the smartest person in your circle. Hey, man, I'm just overjoyed to get this information. But the biggest thing Mr. Stokes, the founder of our company, talked about is actually giving our membership at a discount where people can actually get in, test drive it for about 30, 60, 90 days. And I guarantee you're going to get some results like me and Melissa and so many others, fixing your credit and getting these discounts and being able to teach it to your kids. It's just that simple, just that easy.
So, what's the deal?
Okay. What right now is called 10 to win. 10 to win. It's a simple $9.95 to get started. But what we're trying to do is get enough people involved. So 10 people on my team, 10 people on your team, 10 people on somebody else's team. You're actually creating wealth, sharing the membership, and the company pays you for that. See, they think network marketing is some type of pyramid scheme, and it's illegal. But man, I tell you what is your definition of a pyramid scheme, Melissa? And I'll help dissect and unfold why it is not.
Okay, for me, whenever I hear pyramid, I always think about, they used to talk about where you got one person at the top and they bringing on people under them and they getting paid for that person. But the person under them really is not making any money.
Right.
I mean, I understand the whole pyramid thing is because the person at the top is reaping the most benefits. But something we done said in the past, your regular 9-to-5 job is a pyramid. It goes from the CEO to the directors to the managers to the supervisor and then down to us.
Right. Now that is the definition of a true pyramid. But let me break it down for us. The way we operate is if I don't bring anybody into my business, I can utilize the products and services myself and get paid. Our first strategy is to simply show you how to adjust your W-4 at your job. That's where people can get cash flow positive because we know people are overworked and underpaid. Most of the time it's because of a common mistake that most all employees are making is not properly filling out their W-4. Right? So we're not going to overcomplicate it. You can't overcomplicate a mistake. It is what it is.
Just remind them real quick what the W-4 is, because a lot of us, we don't even know what it's called. We just know that slip of paper they give you when you go to HR and you get started, which, in today's technology, everything is online. So
ain't it though? And that sure enough gonna help you not know what the hell going on. You know what I'm saying? So look, the purpose of
a lot of people don't know what that means.
Right. So look, so let me break this down. I've been in a minute for a minute. I want you to Google this, write it down so y'all won't say Tony and told me a lie. The W-4 form, I want you to Google it and put in W-4. It will simply say the purpose of the W-4 is to tell your employer how much to withhold from your pay. To withhold from your pay. You tell them how much to withhold from your pay. And anytime your personal or financial situation changes, it is up to you, the individual, to make the changes so you don't overpay. You don't give more money than you're supposed to. Now that is the purpose, the true purpose of the W-4.
Well, let me play devil's advocate. How is it I can tell Uncle Sam, the same people who once a year talk me about my taxes, how much taxes to take out of my check?
Oh man, you know what? That's been something that's been confusing a lot of people. But now the IRS has came out what they call an IRS estimator. Everybody needs to know what their tax liability is. So my liability may be different from Melissa. It's really based on how much money you make, your personal situation, how many kids, if you have a house, your rent, your mortgage. All of these things play a factor. So if you don't know how to, you will lose. That's why it's a common mistake, because most people have not been taught how to fill it out correctly. And that's by design. The less you know, the more they take, the more they keep of your money. So we want to bring everybody to the understanding of how money works. And that's your foundation on everything.
Right. Agree
Yeah.
with that.
So Melissa, could you tell them when you first joined, what your W-4 adjustment did for you and what you were able to do with it once you got it?
Okay, first of all, let me preface that by saying I was really filling out mine wrong, because not only were they taking out too much, like at first when they was just kind of dipping in it, I came through and said, you're going to take more than that. Get a whole handful. And what I mean by that is I had them taking out an additional $50 per pay period, because I didn't understand how they calculate and how the tax system works. I'm not, I should be ashamed, but I'm not ashamed to say I didn't know how they figured out what your tax refund was going to be. All I knew is the less I brought home, the less likely it was going to be at the end of the year that I was going to owe. And see, that was my whole thing. I didn't want to owe them nothing, because I'm feeling like I'll never know how much it's going to be. I can't prepare. I can't plan, because it's just a number. They pulling out the air. I didn't know how it was calculated. So once I joined and learned what the W-4 was, not only did I adjust it, like I had it filled out wrong even if I didn't have a business. But since I had a business, that took it to a whole nother level, which got me deductions that I didn't qualify for before. So, you know, I joined on November 17th, 2015. It was a Sunday. Tony walked me through how to update my W-4. At this time, I'm still not really knowing what the W-4 was, what we were doing. I'm just listening to him, and he just answer the questions honestly, you know. So, you know, before they asked me, did I have any dependents I wanted to claim? I had 0 on there. And you Tony, you got a child, right? You know, and I'm like, well, I'm still scared, because I'm like, you don't understand. They be making me pay them back all this money. But anyway, after walking through and filling it out appropriately, that Friday, I brought home an additional $400 on my check. And at first, it kind of scared me, because I was like, do I supposed to get this money back? This ain't gonna come back and bite me later, you know. But the good part about it was everything that he walked me through that day, he backed it up with, let's go to IRS.gov. Read this right here. And I'm like, I'm reading it for myself. And I'm still sitting there thinking, but how does it work? I mean, you know, and that's why I say, you know, you won't get everything when you first get started. But as long as somebody can show you in black and white or on your computer screen from Uncle Sam that this is how you're supposed to do it. So I was getting paid bi-weekly. For me, that took me to an additional $800 a month. Now, keep in mind, even when I, had all of the child tax credits and all that, the highest refund I had gotten prior to then, I think the most I had got was like $3,000 back. Because I used to hear these people getting $10,000 and $15,000. I'm like, what is y'all doing? What y'all putting on that thing? Because I never got that much. Well, if you think about it, $800 a month times 12 months, that was about $10,000 right there. Because 8 times 12 is $9,600. That I was getting in my regular, getting back in my paycheck. So I didn't have to wait until April the 15th or, when you do the taxes. I got that $10,000 during the year. And this is the crazy part. I still got a refund. Ooh. That's how much I had been over paying them and having them to take out of my check.
Let me play devil's advocate right here. Okay. This is where people saying, wait a minute, how you get that kind of money? Because ain't you gonna have to owe and you're gonna go to jail? Can you help them, the people out there, know that you didn't go to jail and how you got that money back? Make it make sense. I want you to break it all the way down.
Look at these fat wrists. Y'all see that handcuff prints? Do it look like I done been clanked? Do it look like I done been in jail and I done missed any meals? No. The key to it is, like you always say, the government likes, they want to see the economy move. They encourage people to start businesses because they keep the economy going. So anytime the government wants you to do something, they're going to offer you something as a reward. So the reward for starting your own business is you get certain tax deductions that regular 9-to-5 people don't get. So once back then, that was in 2015, the W-4 was a one sheet of paper. They had a front and a back. The most I had ever filled out was the front part, because that's what everybody fills out. That's a 9-to-5. When you become a business owner, you get to flip that. You were able to flip that paper over, and there was a whole nother section where they let you deduct things that is going to cost for you to operate a business. So things that I was doing anyway, like using my cell phone, using my internet, driving around, going out to eat. These things, now that I had a home-based business, became a deduction. Meaning, they were cutting me a break because I needed to do these things to operate my business. So that's how it becomes legal. If you don't have a business, then it's just, I ain't gonna say pleasure, but, it's just your everyday expenses. But when you have a business, it's a business expense. And as part of your reward or your compensation for having a business, you get certain things you can deduct. So that's how it becomes legal and how you don't go to jail. But here's the trick. If you're going to tell them you got a business, you got to show proof that you have a business. So that means keeping detailed records. They want to know who, what, when, where, why. 5 things. So it's like I couldn't just say to them, oh, I got a business and I use the internet for my business and I go here and there. They don't want to hear the yep. They want to see something in black and white showing who, what, when, where, why. So the good part about it was with this business, they teach you how to do all that. And when I first got started, what was my question? What kind of business I'm gonna have? I don't even have a business in mind. What I'm gonna do? And you were like, this is it. Like,
this is it. This is it. What is it? What?
Right. Because I'm still sitting there the whole time we talking. I'm like, shoot, I don't know how to do hair. What am I doing?
I can't cook. You're always at McDonald's.
Right. No one has to get out there and do no yard work. What business I'm gonna do? That's what in my mind. Everything Tony was saying was sounding good, but the only drawback I kept thinking, what kind of business I'm gonna do? Didn't even realize.
Yeah, it was right under your nose. It was right under your nose.
And it still didn't kick in. Like, even when I got that first check and I saw that money on there, I'm like, but I mean, what kind of business I'm doing though?
Yeah,
It still wasn't registered.
it wouldn't register.
Yeah. Like if
Hey,
I'm
I was the same way. I was like, I don't get it. Then I tell you, it really started making sense to me when they said it's an education-based business. And I said, we're providing a service for people that don't understand. And I was like, you know
Mhm.
what? Once I learned how to do it myself, and I'm gonna tell
Mhm.
y'all, this is why people don't like this business, because they think they have to sell something, right? Like,
Right.
man, I don't want to have to sell nobody. If I have to sell something, I ain't gonna make no money. So look, our first strategy was to correct our own money. And to me, that was the biggest benefit for me to get started. So, okay, so I'm gonna pay this little bit amount of money every month. And all I gotta do is go to my job and adjust that W-4 so it can reflect that I am a business owner. And I know I know how to do a video. I know how to take some pictures. I know how to talk.
Mhm.
I can read. Hey, you know what? Half of our business is on a piece of paper. So if I had
Mhm.
to sit here and read it out to y'all, I don't care if ain't nobody listening. When I get
Right.
to the IRS and they ask me what type of business I am, I'm say, I want you to go to my website. I ain't got nobody on there, but I'm reading to somebody. Somebody gonna show
Right.
up. You know,
Right.
so that's my business. I just teach and I read what I've learned. And if somebody wants it, the website is there.
Right.
My products are there. My services are there. And I made an attempt to make a profit.
Right. It's almost like you're getting paid to stand out and be what they call them air control operators. You know, the folks at the
Yeah,
airport that's guiding
yeah.
the planes in.
Or an
Like,
usher. Or you're an usher at church. You know, you
right,
telling folks where to go.
right.
We ushering.
We ushering. Because
We
it's like,
ushering.
now what you get when you get in there and sit down in that pew is between you and God.
That's it. I did my
But what
part.
I can do is direct you where to go to have a
Right?
good seat.
Yeah.
I can put you on the end of the aisle or in the middle, however you want to do it. You
Yeah.
know, I'm gonna let you in when they stop praying. I'm gonna tell you when it's safe to go. Same difference. Same difference.
Yeah.
You know, so
Right.
it's like anytime just with us on here, basically me and Tony could be sitting here talking to each other.
Yeah. And I'm cool with that.
Nobody paying attention to the word we
I
saying.
did my part. Thank you, IRS. You saw me tonight. We did that.
We got proof that
Yeah,
every week.
I don't care when 1 to 1,000 people show up. All I got to do is say, hey, Tony acting like he trying to make some money. I
Right,
am. You know what I'm
right.
saying? We are.
And when you ask me, well, how many people that y'all talk to start a business? That ain't got nothing to do with me.
I know that, right?
That's not my business.
Not nothing. They ain't got nothing to do with me. I
My
tried.
job stops. My job begins and ends when
Yeah,
I tell you about it, I answer your questions,
right.
and I get you started.
That's it.
After that,
I did my part. Hey, I'm with you. That's when you take all the pressure off. When you say, "Hey, I made an attempt to make a profit." I
right,
nobody looked at it. Nobody joined. But look, the only person you need to be concerned about in this business is you, because
that's
your
right.
money is on the table. All you got to do is try to figure out how to get your money, and through the strategies, you can get that pay raise. We've done it. You can
Right,
fix your own credit. We've done it. We made a few dollars bringing people in that stayed, some didn't. That's just
right.
part of the game. But all we got to do is start finding people that's wanting and hungry, just like we are, and we all can be successful. That's just the name of the game. People
Exactly.
quit. It ain't gonna worry me at all. You can join today and quit tomorrow. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Right. My job is done because it's like, like he said, we didn't showed you the way. Whether you
Hmm.
decide you want to get in here and stay or not, my commitment I had to fulfill was providing the education. When we hit that live button and we start talking, we doing our part.
We doing
And
our
I think
part.
a lot of people get so caught up in, you know, people don't want to join.
Hmm.
Um, and then, this is one of the biggest things. Now me and Tony been doing this for going on 8 years. We'll come on here every week. We tell you how we started, what our results have been. We can show you proof of how we transitioned. We can show you an old credit score, new credit score. You can sit here and listen to us sign, and when we sign off, get on the phone with your cousin Pookie. Pookie gonna tell you, don't fool that man. You going to jail.
Right.
Pookie got?
Right. Not now.
How many has he started?
Not now.
Credit score?
A 0. Oh, you got to be at least a 300. Put his name on now. Pookie put his name on. They got 300.
The Pookie even got the 39.95 to loan.
He ain't got it. That's too much.
But then you got me and Tony, and y'all look at us and be like, pyramid. They going to jail.
Right.
Scam.
They going to jail.
It ain't real.
Yeah. See, that's what they want. That's what they want you to think about us, because really we dropping some serious knowledge. It ain't like we got this information from the internet. We went to the horse's mouth. We know wealthy people. I'm talking about multimillionaires that have really put forth an effort to help everybody grow and understand. It really, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is all you really need, y'all. It's like, it ain't got nothing to do with nobody's degree. I don't care how old, young, fat, skinny you are. If you got a mind and are willing to learn how to control your own money, you're gonna be okay. Yeah, that's the truth.
And then the thing of it is, damn, I'm getting old because what I was gonna say just flew right out my head. What was I doing?
Oh,
go on to your next thing. It'll come back.
Okay. Well, look, we coming up on 30 minutes. We want to keep these things under 30 minutes because we know folk get sleepy and got stuff to do. But look, we want to keep this thing under 30. So we got about 3 or 4 more minutes. I'm gonna tell you in my closing, I want to say that MyEcon, our company, is a double-sided coin. You don't have to be so concerned about trying to get people involved with you. All you have to do is click the get started button and start working the strategy so you can build that testimony, because everybody has a testimony when they first start. Me, Melissa, everybody. So just pick a product out. If you got good credit, sell it to somebody that don't have good credit. You know, if you need an instant pay raise and you just want more money to invest, do the first strategy, which is income shifting. We got a little something for everybody.
Right. Then we got the cruise. Look, I almost called it the cruise. The travel membership.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We, like he said, we got products and services. You know, the business that we started with our girls, we were able to get hand sanitizer wholesale and get them started in their own business in their name. Forget what you didn't heard people tell you about. You know, I'm not saying don't get an LLC, but it's not required. I don't have. Tony has one. I don't have one.
Right.
I'm not in jail. You know, I have a social security number. That was all I needed. I needed a social security number, $34.95 back then, and that was it. And then the $34.95 you gonna write off because that's a business expense.
Absolutely. So, yep. That's
it. Know, I know what I was gonna say before. You know, quit saying this is my pet peeve when people holler about, well, you know that ain't for us. They do this and they can do this.
Yeah.
Whoever you want to attach to they, you can be they too. So quit worrying about, you know, that's not for us. We're not meant to succeed. It's out there. It's in black and white. They didn't put any limits on it because it'd be all kind of lawsuits if they said people from Alabama named Melissa couldn't do it, because I'd be the first one in line suing. So the opportunities are open for everybody. You just got to be willing to step out on faith and try it. You got to be willing to stick to it. You can't look. You can't join anything. That'd be like joining a gym membership. You join the gym, you paying the monthly fee. You ain't stepped foot in the gym a day since you joined. You can't turn around and get mad at the gym because you ain't got no muscles.
Right.
You have to show up. You have to work out, and you have to be committed to it. So just because you sign up for your $9.95 and you sit on it for 30 days and don't do nothing with it, don't turn around and start bashing it and saying it don't work when you never even opened your back office. You never looked to see what you had. You didn't utilize anything. That's the thing about it. If it was that easy to pay $39.95 or $9.95, and all your financial problems go away and you ain't got nothing to do, don't you think everybody be rich?
Right. That's right.
That's not how it works. You got to be committed to keeping adequate paper trail,
Right.
tracking your expenses, tracking your income. You got to be committed to doing that part too. Because like me and Tom said, once we sign you up and click the button, it's on you. We the ushers. When church is over with, the ushers go home.
That's right.
Plain difference. So that's my closing.
That's right. Okay, well, we'll be on. Okay, we on 30 minutes. Hey, that was perfect. Alyssa, that is great. So look, we on a 10 to win promotion. You can start for $9. Well, let's say $10. Go ahead and start sharing with other people. You do not have to know everything about this business when you start. All you know is I'm taking a challenge. I'm challenging myself to learn more, step outside of the box. And I'm telling y'all, these strategies work. All you have to do is implement them, take action today. As you can see, you can reach out to me or Melissa, any of our associates. We just want to win. Alabama, it's time for us to stand up and be accounted for, right?
And if you're already in the business, take advantage of this 10 to win and tell 10 other people about it. If they say, well, what has it done for you? Shift them on over to us and we'll tell them what it did for us. Because you may not be that far enough to have a testimony that you can explain. But if you're in the business, take advantage of this 10 for 10 and introduce it to 10 people you know.
That's right.
I know you sitting on.
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go. It's time to go. It's time. Hey man, it's been great. So we coming on Thursday on your page if we can. We want to thank you.
You love trying to shift it back to me, don't you?
Yeah, because your stream y'all much better than mine. You got music and stuff.
Nope. This stream y'all right here doing the same thing my stream y'all do. The only difference is I couldn't find it to share it. Did you what did you go on?
I just shared it to my Facebook page and then I'll outsource it to the rest. Yeah.
You must have shared it to only you because I couldn't find it to share.
Well, we'll find out. Yeah.
Okay. But
we'll share it out.
I'll share it too. So yeah. But,
great. Well, thank you for coming on, Melissa, as my co-host. I appreciate you. And everybody that, well, I'm sure ain't nobody out there, but I'm sure somebody will watch it, right? Later on.
Yeah, somebody's gonna watch it.
Okay. All right. Well, thank y'all. And we'll see y'all on the next video feed.
All right.